broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
More days to Friday. I'm just trying to make it back.
Just, I don't know the words.
Tomorrow.
More days. Here we go. You got it.
Welcome, AfterBuzzers, to another episode of Allegiance. We are covering episode 3 tonight. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and use our official hashtag for the show, which is ABTV Allegiance. I'm your host, Lindsey Douglas. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Doug Ventures. Say hello to these awesome people I get to talk to all night.
What's going on, guys?
Hi.
Hey.
I'm one of your hosts, Erica Renee Davis, and you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Erica Renee D.
And I'm your other host, Nicholas Grava, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Nicholas Grava.
Wonderful. Really fast, we want to talk to you guys about the new show that's coming out on ABC. It's this groundbreaking show called American Crime, and it premieres in 2 weeks on Thursday, March 5th at 10/9 Central. After you watch the show, be sure to join the film critic and radio personality Elvis Mitchell as he talks about the American Crime podcast in an in-depth look on the ABC show. Each week, the podcast will feature a candid conversation with the creator and executive producer John Ridley, the Oscar-winning screenwriter of 12 Years a Slave. So along with episodes, story plots, special guests, you can check it out at podcast1.com/American Crime. Also, as you're on there, make sure to go to podcast1.com and click on AfterBuzz, because yours truly, along with Nicholas Grava, will be covering American Crime.
Yeah, Wait, you're doing it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you just got me so excited.
Well, yeah, I'm not.
What happened? No, I'm so excited
really
for this
excited.
show. I have been I saw the previews originally were really kind of secret. I didn't know what was happening, but I was like, wait, okay, it's sick. I don't know what it is.
It's gonna be sick. There's gonna be
crazy.
twists, and I don't know. I'm hyped. I'm getting all hyped for it.
I watched the long trailer yesterday, the official trailer on YouTube. It's unbelievable. You need to see it.
Oh, it's great.
I feel
The
so left
acting,
out.
the performances, everything. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you should feel really.
No,
It's
no, don't feel left out.
I'm a loser. I'm a loser. It's okay.
It's so good. Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, me too. All right. Well, shall we?
Let's get into
Shall we
it.
dive into
Yes.
Allegiance?
Episode 3 of
Episode
Allegiance.
Yes.
3.
Yeah.
Intensity building.
Yes.
Yeah.
I appreciated so much this episode, as well as episode 2. I think now this is starting to feel a lot more grounded, a lot more realistic on so many levels. I do have to make this one side note. I love Natalia's hair. She's so perfect.
Right?
I mean, she's like the perfect little sexy spy, but yet everything from the beginning of the episode, to the end, I guess I'm just jumping all over the place. The suspense was just, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Especially the last 20 minutes of the show
I know.
really had me going.
Right?
The beginning was ramping up, and then I was just even you said, even the music has me going, and I was
we were
just
just
getting into it.
We were watching, we were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It is good. I think, I don't know, I can't believe they left it on such a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I know.
I thought they were going to get to more.
They were
more
gonna
of the
close the
coverage
book.
and
Yeah,
close it.
finish this
The
section.
Russians got it. No, the FBI got it.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
I love the way episode 2 ended and how this episode actually began with Katya at the scene of the crime or whatever. Or not Katya, but Alex at the scene of the crime.
yes.
Yep.
But I do want to jump back to Katya and say that I'm struggling a little bit with her. She plays so strong and so confident sometimes, and the other times she plays oh, I'm so weak, I'm so destitute, please come save me. And I guess that's a very nice layer to her character. But sometimes I don't know, I just want her just to kind of stick to the script and just either be strong and determined or be a wimp.
Now, okay, so I see that. I see what you're saying. I think I would like to see sort of that hardcore spy all the time. But do you think, like you said, do you think it's more realistic, or do you think it's distracting to see these two sides of it?
I think it's more realistic if she was consistently hardcore spy, just because if her family has gotten to this point thus far, like they've been spies, they've been involved in this whatever for the past 15, 20 years or however many years they've been involved in it. They didn't get there with her being a wimp.
That's
but
true.
she also has to have that maternal instinct. You know, she's still a mother, so she has to be. She has to have that somewhat soft side. You know, she can't be full blown intense though, like all the time.
Yeah,
I know some moms who are full blown intense all the time.
Yeah, I see both sides. I do see both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean, her relationship with Natalia, that just like even more. I feel like we just dove into like another level of it. You know, with just her. Like, she kind of was, like, mad at her mom, and her mom is just so smart, you know? I feel like moms just know. Like, my mom just knows. Yep. She's just like, you're not telling me something. Oh, yeah. You know? And she was just like, you're with Victor. And you're like, oh, she knows. Yeah. And it's interesting to see how that's going to play out. And, you know, she's really going to choose her family or Victor. I feel like we've talked about that in the past.
Love or family. And that's, like, a real question. Because the rooftop scene that they had together, I was so happy to finally see it. Because I've been waiting to see, like, how much does everybody know? Where does everybody stand? And, like, I think that it really, it keeps, like, Natalie, I keep liking her more and more. Episode 1, I said, like, sorry, didn't like you, Natalie. You know, sorry, not sorry, but what are you going to do? This time, I'm like,
she's like the wounded victim, kind of.
She is.
The family.
And even though she's such a villain, and because she is literally sleeping with the enemy, you still find a way to love her. Like she's there's something so likable about her. Maybe it's because she's been so scarred by her family's history that she's so vulnerable that you feel for her. But I agree with you, Nick. That scene on the rooftop was so revealing. I really appreciate that window, that glimpse into her relationship with her mom, because it explains so much.
She's so vulnerable, and she, you know, and it's so funny how she keeps bringing up the past. She's always like, I'm sorry I haven't been a good mother to you. You know, it's like a reoccurring theme we've seen in their relationship. It's not just like a one-time thing.
No, that definitely is going to be a continued undertone, underlying theme of the show. It has to be.
Yeah, I do think so, and I don't think it's going to be clear-cut anyway. Like, I don't think it's going to be, okay, she's choosing Victor, okay, she's choosing family. Like, even when she went into the scene with Victor right before they were about to begin, and he's like, I'm sorry, and she was like, me too. And then she walked away, and I was like, oh, maybe this means like she's sorry for what she's about to do because she's about to help out her family. Yeah. Or maybe she's talking about her past. I don't know. I think that's going to be a constant struggle that we're going to keep seeing.
What do you guys think? Do you think that they're going to end up having to go to the FBI, or they said? You know,
I don't think they're going to end up having to go to the FBI.
I don't think so, because if you have to go to the FBI this soon into the plot,
show's no show.
Where we going to go in episode 5? I don't see it happening.
Thanks, Allegiance. Peace.
good 3 episodes. No, but it's interesting because as we were watching, we all discussed how are they going to keep on being surveillance and knowing everyone's first move before they even do it, and still like be on this wild goose chase for whatever they're on a goose chase for. And we were talking about how we overanalyze everything. But I mean, we were sitting there thinking, but you know what? I don't think overanalyzing is a bad thing particularly, because it keeps us all interested. And I'm really interested. I love this episode. Good job, Allegiance.
I know. We were hooked. We kept saying that too during the whole entire thing. We're like, oh wait, this is really intense now. Like it's like it's finally like it's building.
Yeah, you know what? I can tell when an episode is good when I'm like walking out and in a gray shirt, I got some sweat stains on my shirt. I'm like, you had adrenaline going through me, and like that's how I know. Few shows can give me them sweat stains, and this show just did it today.
You walk out, you're like, oh my gosh,
I'm like, whoa, need some air out here.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's true.
Get that air.
You can't see my sweat stains, but I'm
all right, you're in the same area.
Right. Oh my goodness. Should we discuss the Alex and Michelle?
Yeah.
Or what is the hashtag?
Hashtag where's Julia?
Where's Julia?
I'm so confused by this.
Confused.
Because now we checked Twitter last episode to be like, we went onto the actresses like Julia, the actress that played Julia.
Yeah, we did.
And she was still like interacting with fans from the show. So I was like, maybe she's going to be coming back. But literally hashtag where are you?
Where are you? Because you
need to come back.
But I was so Team Julia. I mean, listen, I like Michelle too. I mean, I do like Michelle.
I'm sure you do after that lingerie scene.
Well, you know, just like Alex got a little bit choked up in the middle of everything, he's clearly, this is one thing, actually, it's a good transition because I think Alex is starting to develop into so much more. He's so much more interesting as a character, and he's starting to have all. And I really think it's starting to like. Originally, he was just like the know-it-all, and we've seen that on TV shows. But now it's like he's got all these little quirks. He has all these little like. He has no filter. What does he say? When like remember on his date?
The date of beer. I don't drink beer.
Yeah, I don't drink.
But
beer.
yeah, I asked you out to go have a beer. Yeah. I'm not gonna have. Let's have water.
Yeah, didn't seem.
But I know she likes him.
She does.
She likes him.
And speaking of him developing into a better, I guess, more multifaceted character, he's definitely still the know-it-all. I look at the scenes where he's going on a tangent about whatever. Like we're like pressing pause and rewinding it, trying to figure out what he's just said.
Yeah, he talks so fast.
He speaks so quickly, and then everyone else in the room on the show obviously is like staring at him with a blank stare. So he's definitely still the know-it-all. He hasn't lost that. But yeah, I do like watching him become more of a, I guess, a man or more mature. And we talked about. Did you guys talk about this last week about whether or not he's autistic or like high functioning Asperger's or something?
No, we haven't. We have not touched on that.
We didn't, but I officially saw on a tweet from him that he was tweeting that his character is autistic.
Okay.
That's what he said. So he is
Gavin.
autistic.
Right from the beginning,
sense.
I picked that up, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you know.
Because I wasn't sure, and I was like, maybe he's just quirky, you know, but I definitely was like, oh, that's so interesting.
You know what I think is interesting, too? I don't think they were sure, like the creators and the writers, because in the first episode, they kept referencing that there was something, but they never sort of showed it. And like episode 2, he had like an issue with the vinyl seats, and like the textures is a huge thing with that. So that I think right then was like our first clear sign, and everyone on Twitter was asking like, what's going on with him? What is that? Anything that happened in his childhood?
I think that's so unique to make a main character like have a like just that issue that they have. Well, not issue. I mean.
Yeah, just something that he's struggling with.
You don't see that way.
Yeah,
you don't see that
in
many
still
mainstream
excel
things.
in his field.
Well, yeah,
and be the top of the game.
Definitely
That's
high
amazing.
functioning. There are a lot of people in the entertainment industry who I follow who I think are either autistic or maybe they aren't, but I think they are. And you know, I mean, they're very smart, very brilliant. And, they can hone in on one or two things and just be perfect at it, which is what Alex does. And Gavin, you do that very well.
Yeah.
Hey,
Gavin, shout out.
Hey,
shout out to Gavin.
Shout out to Gavin. We're waiting to have you on here.
We are.
We've all tweeted at you about 100 times. Sorry about your...
We'll keep tweeting.
Don't worry, it won't finish.
It's not done yet.
Let me ask you guys, did you guys think... So the whole episode is around finding this laptop.
Yes.
If you guys needed to hide something...
Jeez Louise.
Are you going to
I would choose the Freemason building in Philadelphia.
In the corner of the safe. That, like... I don't know. Where are y'all hiding?
I'm confused at how we got in there and how we knew the. If any of you guys know, you can tweet us. How he got in there, and we kind of like missed that. I don't know if that just went over.
Just thinking back on it, maybe they wanted to take us on this ridiculous chase so they could show us all the beautiful architecture.
And it was enjoyable.
It was.
Yeah.
And there were some moments in there where Katya and her husband were like, "Oh, marveling at the doors, marveling at the awnings."
He was just like,
"This is beautiful. I love this."
She's like, "Honey, let's go."
And those were fun comedic moments that you don't always get in a show like this. So I do appreciate that too. So we laughed a little bit. We were scared a little bit. We got irritated a little bit. I did with Katya. Anyway.
Yeah, you were really irritated at her.
I was. Katya, you're on my bad list this week.
I gotta say, I like Katya. Like, the more I see from her, like, she really, I think, especially the actress, is embodying this spy attitude. I think I do still see the turns that you're saying is like one time she's soft, one time she's not. But when she clicks into action, don't you think that she's spy? Like, first of all, at the end of episode 2, when she's on the top, bang, kills the guy to save Alex. And then wipes the face. Huge moment. Huge, like, you're a bad at. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was very bad-assish, I guess.
Come on. Where are we gonna go?
Bad-ish. But I don't know. She's just not my favorite. I do again love Natalie and I do love Alex. I just keep going back to that. Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe Katya will grow on me as her relationship with her children changes. Okay. But I can't say I do feel a little sad for her that her children hate her, you know.
Yeah, that can't be a good feeling. And I'm sure she has. I think that plays a huge like toll on her body and her emotions of just like feeling like, is she alone? You know what I mean? Because technically, like, she must feel a little bit alienated, and I think that's why she feels it's her responsibility to help the whole family, and that's why she keeps saying like she's the worried one. Like even through the tunnel, she kept saying even if it's a perfect plan, something can go wrong.
Oh, and they were worried about the baby.
They're worried about. I think Sarah. See, I think that could be a huge thing. The youngest daughter. I think that's going to be the reason why they don't make it to the FBI. I think she's going to be taken. I think she's going to be used something like, because it was weird for them to show her in the hotel room. Like, why did that scene have to be there?
Well, what if like the, you know, as we see all the previews, what if Alex actually finds them in the attic, and then there's like an awkward exchange, and then they're like, okay, we have to tell you everything. I don't know.
Well, I think that's a really good assessment, because in the preview for next week, they were sitting down there like, we're going to tell you everything.
And he did not look happy.
No, he did not.
He looked a little frightened.
Though he doesn't look happy throughout most of it. You know?
I don't think I've seen him smile.
No, I don't think so. The biggest smile, maybe, I don't even know if it was a smile, is when he saw Michelle like derobing, if you will.
Derobing.
That
wasn't a smile.
It was just a...
I
don't think he knew what to do.
I think he's a virgin.
Really?
I think Alex is a virgin.
You think?
I mean, who has he had sex with?
Maybe. You know what? I don't put it past Ale. I wouldn't say. I mean, he's sniffing.
He was
sniffing
focused on his
tiles
career.
in the. You know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
he's been sniffing tiles.
He sniffs. Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
he
come on.
I mean, honestly, like he's so driven. He's so career focused. He's so smart. If he had been sexually active, that would be completely inconsistent with his character.
You think? Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't disagree. I'm not gonna jump on the boat and agree, but I'm not gonna disagree. I don't know.
Alex hasn't had any, y'all.
Wow. Okay.
This is a big plot assessment, everyone. We're breaking ground
We're
here.
kind of going to with this character. He's a little bit uptight. The guy. I mean, okay, I'll get off it, but man, I don't know.
But you know what would be really funny if he and Michelle actually do hook up, and then.
Which I mean, come on. Did we see that flash forward?
Yeah, we did.
Did we see that?
Yes, we did. We did. Or were we sure that are we sure that it was him?
Oh my gosh, what if it was Julia?
No, it was them two. Please, I will know Julia when I see Julia.
Because
it was
that's right. Because then after she was like, well, "You were with me because you just want to get close to me. You're trying to get
close to me."
So, like,
which do you think that is why?
What is that about?
Do you think that is why? Do you think something happens with his family that he needs to use that card?
To use the card to get close to her?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Or they're close to the FBI in general.
Yeah.
See, I think that Alex is not a manipulative person. I think he is just smart in its purest form.
Okay.
And I don't think he's the kind of person who is going to plot against someone who he looks at as a friend or an ally. And Michelle's an ally. Maybe I'm just being naive.
Maybe he might not try to plot for it, but it might like have to happen because of something maybe with his family. What if his sister gets kidnapped?
That's what exactly.
And he has to rescue her, and he has to do something for the FBI.
This is what I wonder. Like, he's such a smart kid, and when he found out that his parents like had this whole, like, the first episode when he confronted his parents, he said, "I'm gonna go to the FBI or you tell me right now." And like, I would think someone in Alex's brain, how it's working, would directly go to the FBI. I wouldn't think that he would have so much, like you said, like, I think he's just smart and loyal and follows the rules, and I think that's how he functions. So I am surprised that, like, if you would make that exception, which is to like let me hear them out first, will he make other exceptions towards like following the actual rules and like?
What's his family though? I mean, I guess I was going to say what other choice would he have? But I guess he could have chosen his job.
Right.
But
job or family.
Job or family.
Which for him, it's kind of, you don't know.
You don't know.
It could go either way.
You don't know at all.
He thinks he saw somebody up at the end of the episode. He flashes his flashlight. Lindsay, how did he see it? What did he see? What was he seeing?
I was really confused. I was like, did he see dust? Like, what is that? Like,
I don't know either.
I saw like a couple specks flying, and I was like, because like I just saw him trying to flashlight. He's like, there's someone up there, and I was like, does he have like a sixth sense?
Right.
It was the dust. What was the dust?
Shot him up. Yeah.
Well, I think he does have a sixth sense. You know, he's sniffing stones and
that's true.
You know, so he was sniffing an arm of a jacket or something earlier in this episode. So maybe he's like a not like a seeing eye dog. You know, like or maybe not seeing eye at all. Like the canine, the police canine.
Yeah.
He's just like
extra
like
he
alert.
has the extra. His senses are.
Yeah. And maybe he smelled his mom. Maybe he knows his parents are up there.
You know what? If he
pretending
can, hold up, if he can smell tile, he can smell his parents or his mom or something like that.
What if it's not gonna all go back to him smelling?
I don't think it will, but in the staying on this like realistic smelling thing, like I don't know, I wouldn't put it past that nose. Who would?
Mom, I smell your perfume.
It smells like milk.
It's true though. I mean, at this.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Okay, question for you guys. So seeing this mission go down and like seeing the FBI like kind of undercover running into this building, not telling anyone, it makes me question like how many things are happening at like in LA that we just have no idea.
In real life.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like if they're running in this building and all this is going on and there's a speech going on in the other room and nobody knows.
I wonder if we just like walk around and there's just like all these spy missions going around. And people working in the street, you're like, are you really working?
Yeah. Well, I feel that way.
Are you really in those sewers?
I feel that way when I'm driving. I see the Google Maps people. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, you're watching me. I don't like the fact that you can look at my address and sometimes see me outside.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, we're being watched all the time. And I thought it was interesting how the FBI walked in a single file line onto the bus or whatever, the truck, and then off of the truck. I'm like, really? Do you ever see plumbers walking in a single file?
And like so many of them are like, we have to take care of this.
I'm like, okay, those are some really adept plumbers. I have to hire them next time I have a plumber in my house.
I want that crew coming out. Yeah, that's true.
Look at all your clogs out.
I wish I spoke Russian. I think it's so cool how they keep speaking Russian, like Russian sentences. I'm just like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I do like that.
They're just so bilingual and they sound so legit.
That wasn't a choice for second language when I was in high school.
That was?
No, it was not.
I know.
Spanish, French.
I don't think
that was all.
I don't think it's a common choice there. No. Common tongue.
Yeah, no. That's why I think it's good. I like the use of it does bring me back into the reality of everything. I think and the middle ground of like not too much of it, just enough to kind of like, oh yeah, they still do that and it feels real and I'm into it.
It does feel real.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch.
It is a nice touch. Yeah. It adds a flair.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Nice little flair there.
I would agree. Do you guys what do you guys think for like so the episode ends, they have the computer, the FBI doesn't. Alex is always right so far. This is the first time that do you think the FBI now is going to be like, listen, bro, you were wrong. Take it back. Like you know your stuff. Yeah. But like take a back seat. You were wrong, and now we're in deep crap.
My heart broke for him.
Me too.
In that moment, and he's been right. He's used to being the star student. And to not see that laptop there, I was...
Did you see his face?
Yeah.
It was like heartbroken. He was like, no,
he was so defeated.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Like his face said, and even he was like they got to it first. But the other FBI agents' faces were like, oh, it just was never here. That's what I felt, the difference and the disconnect. And that's why I'm worried that like maybe they're gonna just kind of like push him aside a little bit or his opinions and thoughts.
Yeah. I think now, I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Nick, that now he's at risk of not being looked at as such a reliable source.
Yeah. Credibility lower.
But which could work to his advantage because if they no longer look at him as the whiz kid, then maybe he can kind of fly under the radar and and aid and abet his family when he needs to.
Oh, wow.
So
that's actually
Wow.
Are you a writer on Allegiance? Because it makes sense.
I'm sorry. Do you know what happens in the rest of the show?
Yeah. I'm actually on episode 4. That's all I know.
I'll see you next week. As we're watching.
It does make sense. I could see that.
Yeah, because he's so in the spotlight right now, and his credibility now is shaken unless he like finds his parents in the rafters.
Right? Do you guys think he is? Do you think he is going to find it? Well, wait, actually. The flashes showed him with the gun running around. That was like...
Was that just for next week's episode or the whole thing?
That's what I was going to say, too.
The entire series of the show.
I hate when they do that, because then at the end, I'm always waiting for it.
You never know, yeah.
Like, what is his name?
Who?
The new character that they're going to bring in. The guy from Breaking Bad.
From Breaking Bad. Yes, I know his name from Breaking Bad.
I know his name.
But yes,
I know his name.
Yeah.
You're gonna look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
I never watched Breaking Bad, so I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, I know everyone says it's a good show. I never could get into it.
Fantastic. I say good.
I'm sorry, everyone's going to hate me for that, but what can you do? You know?
If you hate Nick for that, please reach out to him at #ABTV hate Nick.
They don't use it, so I don't have to worry.
No, they're going to be using it. Send him hate tweets right now.
So sweet of my co-host to do such a thing.
What about predictions?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's make predictions.
What do you think for predictions? Ooh. Oh, I've never seen the lights flash for predictions. Wow.
Predictions.
I predict.
Go.
Okay, sorry, I went before my cue. Cue me again. Okay, she didn't want to cue me again.
Oh.
Okay. I predict that Sarah, the baby, will get kidnapped.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I say next week. She'll get kidnapped next week. I also am going to go back to my prediction, my aforementioned prediction, that Alex will be flying under the radar, so he'll be able to have more, help his parents, his family more. And I also predict that Alex in this next episode will figure out that Natalie is equal parts family, equal parts enemy, and that is going to cause a huge rift in their sibling relationship.
Oh. How would he figure that out?
You'll have to see next week.
Well, maybe, what if he figures out that she's part of the Russian spy ring before he figures out that his parents are?
Do you think she would sell out his parents?
I don't think she would sell out his parents, but I think he would be like, what? I don't know if Natalie...
What if, here's my question, what if Michelle's the first to find out about his family? What if, she finds out first and then, how does she do it? Does she, do you think she's loyal enough to him that would be like, hey, listen, this is what we got. I'm going to let you know first?
Maybe if she found out after they hooked up.
Oh, and if she finds out then he's going to have to kill her, and then Julia comes back.
#finally Julia.
There's Julia. There she is.
That's it. I can so get down with that storyline.
Yep,
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What about you? Any predictions?
I don't know. I think that more is going to come out with the parents. I think sooner rather than later. I think something's going to happen, and
was there?
Because he's just so smart. He's on to them. He's this close. It might not even be their mistake, but someone's going to make a mistake, and he's going to find them or realize that they're working with Russia somehow.
At the end, for the flashback for either the next episode or the whole season, were the parents captured at one point?
They were captured.
Show that?
They did.
Yeah.
So I wonder when that will come into play too. And so who captured them? Oh.
What?
Well, I don't know.
We don't know.
Did the Russians
What's your prediction?
Victor?
Make a prediction. Make a strong, bold prediction.
I'm going to make this strong, bold... Okay, their heads were covered with something. Yeah. I don't think the FBI would do that.
No, Russia.
So I'm going to say that it was Victor and his crew.
So we've decided that Julia is most likely going to get kidnapped.
No, wait, Sarah, the baby.
Yeah.
No, not Julia.
Julia's already been kidnapped. We don't know where she is.
Sarah, the daughter.
I'll find you, Julia.
Yeah. Let's just use hashtags every time we make a new prediction.
Yeah, anything about Julia, I will hashtag.
Okay. So Sarah's going to get kidnapped.
Yeah.
The parents are going to get kidnapped eventually.
Yes.
Eventually in the show.
Yep.
By the Russians.
Yes.
And then I'm going to say that Alex finds out about his parents.
Yeah.
About his parents' involvement with Russia.
I could see that.
I think those are a couple of them. A couple strong ones.
Yeah, we do have a couple strong ones.
We're so smart.
Hashtag bold.
Love the hashtags going around. Loving it.
They're still going.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think we're on to something. I'm excited for episode 4. I think it's ramping up. Each episode seems to be getting better. And yeah, I can't wait.
They are. I'm very excited.
Cool.
So guys, make sure you tune in next week and use our official hashtag ABTV Allegiance. My name is Lindsey Douglas. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Doug Ventures.
My name is Erica Renee Davis, and you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Erica Renee D.
And my name is Nicholas Grava, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Nicholas Grava. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.